Hello, my beautiful friends. Today, I literally just want to share with you what I did this weekend. And it's not like this crazy fun thing that you just can't wait to hear and go and try it yourself. But actually, I was in a course all weekend for 6 hours Saturday, 6 hours Sunday, a course on Zoom. And even though that sounds arduous, I have to admit it flew by and I was riveted every second of the call. And here's why. It was actually a course that was a whole month long. And for the first weekend of September, I spent the 6 hours Saturday, 6 hours Sunday, and then every Thursday for a couple hours. And then the final weekend, 6 hours Saturday, 6 hours Sunday. And the course is called Coaching the Unconscious Mind. I know, it sounds ominous. And it is. The reason I'm sharing it with you is because it was mind blowing. First of all, the exciting part is I was studying with one of the best, I would say, coaches or experts in the unconscious brain, one of the best by far. And actually, she is a hypnotist. And so she also teaches hypnosis. So they're these two, like coaching the unconscious and hypnotism, they're all connected and related. And so, of course, that's the next step for me is to take that course. But this woman is amazing. Her name is Melissa Tiers. And the beautiful thing is, like, I actually came across her through another mentor of mine. And I went to see this mentor in Vegas, and her and Melissa put on a workshop that I went to see. That's the one where I went to Vegas for, and I would never go to Vegas because I don't like Vegas, and they were worth it. So I met this woman in person, and she is, oh my God, just so fun to listen to, period. She's this amazing woman from New York, and she talks like she's from New York, and she's cussing like she's from New York. And it's just so funny. Not only am I learning mind-blowing, amazing information and techniques, but she's cracking me up as she does it. But she's got a heart of gold. She was so kind and so caring. And she's been doing this for a very long time, 25, 30 years. And she's been teaching it for a very long time. And she teaches therapists how to do this kind of thing. And she teaches psychiatrists and she teaches healthcare professionals. Like, she's just like the best of the best. And the reason I'm telling you this is because it is life changing. Our conscious brain, which is stuff that we're aware of. We're aware of the thoughts we're thinking. That's our conscious brain. It's in our awareness. It can only, process like 7 things at one time, give or take 2. So it's pretty limited. But our unconscious brain is having 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day. This is where all the magic happens. Like at night when we go to sleep, our unconscious just processes everything. And words that we say, words that come out of our mouth hit the subconscious. Like it's just so amazing. Every word she says has a purpose. Everything I say, she hangs on every word that you say, and you're telling her everything without realizing you're telling her everything. She has this thing where you ask a question, and as soon as she understands what you're asking, she'll say, okay, stop. That's what she'll do. Stop. Because now she knows exactly what you're asking from the words and from all this that's happening. And I was asking a question. I love asking her questions because I just love watching her brain work. And so I asked a question and I got one sentence in and she's like, okay, stop. And then she's like, everybody to the class, we know what her staircase looks like because we were doing this one technique. And it's literally, the words are, picture a beautiful staircase. And so she teaches us these things, and then she does them on us, with us, and then we practice on each other a lot. And the funny thing was, I was like, what is she talking about? And then I'm like, oh my gosh. I said, when I was asking a question about this specific technique, I said, when we talk about the spiral staircase, because she didn't say picture a spiral staircase. She said, picture a beautiful staircase. So then she stopped me to point out to the class, like, well, we know what her staircase looks like, because subconsciously, that was just like what I thought she said, picture a spiral staircase. That's how powerful the image was in my brain. It was a spiral staircase that I thought she said. Isn't that so cool? Anyway, this woman is so passionate about what she does, and every time she teaches something, she throws us into a room and she's like, and now we practice, and now we practice, and now we practice ad nauseum. So you can't actually not learn this stuff because you're practicing it so much. And you could see a lot of resistance. For me, my thinking is, I paid for this woman to teach me how to do this, so I'm going to do everything she says because she knows what she's doing. And the more I practice, the more stuff will come up and I can ask her questions while the class is still going on. Like, it's like priceless, the fact that I have access to her. She'll answer every question of everybody. It's just so powerful the way she teaches. And some people will be, I gotta go. I don't want to be, I can't stick around for this coaching. I didn't hear the training or whatever. Like, fear comes up for people and they're like, I do not want to be coaching with somebody because I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm thinking, yeah, that's why we took this course. Like, when I take my Spanish class, I don't know how to speak Spanish. And this teacher is holding a class saying, hey, if you don't know how to speak Spanish, come to this class and I will teach you how to speak Spanish. So when I go into this coaching the unconscious mind, I don't know how to do it. And she's teaching me how to do it. And that's why when we go to practice, I'm like, I'm learning how to do this. So you have to be okay at not knowing how to do something. That's one of the biggest things that people come across when they're trying to learn something new, when they're trying to become something different, when they're trying to change something in their life. It's just the sheer fear of not knowing how to do it or doing it wrong. And those are all just thoughts. This is the powerful stuff. I learned so many techniques this weekend that there's no possible way that I can come across a client that I can't help change their conscious brain. It is insanely amazing. And the reason I'm telling you this is because I feel like I always try to bring everything back to midlife. Why? Because that's where I am. I've never been through this experience. I'm like, it's crazy. Like, there's so much going on and I need to figure this out. And I'm sure every other woman out there is experiencing the same thing. And when it comes to this, it's a whole new beginning. That's how I see it. And that's why a lot of people struggle. It's a whole new beginning. Everything is changing. And you throw in the hormones, and you throw in your kids breaking up with you or dumping you, or not wanting to hang out with you. They live their own lives. They're become their own people, which is what we want. Like, this is our whole purpose, is to make them independent creatures. So the reason I tell you all of this is because the brain is such a powerful thing. It's the most powerful thing for creating what you want. But nobody knows this because nobody's taught it, because nobody really understands how it works. And I want you to understand the power that you have just by using your brain in a certain way. How you can change any habit. You can create any new habit that you want. All of it. It's all created in our brain. And as like my coach, Melissa Tier, says, it's all fucking made up anyway. That's how she talks. I don't know. This shit's all made up. And it's true. Everything is created in our brain. And then as we grow up, we just take other people's rules and regulations and kind of form something that looks like what life is like. But it's all made up, and it can change. We can change it in the snap of some fingers. That's how quickly it can change. When you look at something like the placebo effect, the placebo effect is, here, I have these 2 pills. This one here will make all of your pain go away. And this one here will also make all of your pain go away. But one is the chemicals, the concoction, and the other one is just a sugar pill. And we're going to put you in a group of 20 people. 10 people are going to get, this, and 10 people are going to get this. But they don't know that. All they know is that, here, we're giving you this pill and this will make pain go away. So I'm telling you, I'm giving you this pill, and it's scientifically proven. 100% of people that take this pill, their pain goes away. 100% all the time. It's never not worked. This always works for this pain. Always 100%. Here you go. Here's your pill. All you have to do is take this pill and you're going to feel better. The pain's going to go away. Okay, great. And then the 20 people take the pill. The 10 people have the sugar, which has just sugar in it, nothing. And then the other 10 people take the pill with the medicine. And then they talk to them after and they're like, okay, how do you feel? And the same amount of people that, like the same percentage of people that their pain went away in the people that actually took the pill, it's the same for the placebo. They just took sugar. Why did their pain go away? Because I told them that their pain would go away. Their brain was like, oh, this pill will make my pain go away. And now your brain is, as soon as it knows that, it's doing everything in your body to make your pain go away. Your brain is telling you your body's healing, your body's getting better, the pain is going away. And then the pain goes away. So it's just a matter of redirecting your brain. What do we want this brain to think and believe? Because remember, your brain is designed for 3 things. So it's designed for survival, right? And so how does your brain keep you alive? It seeks pleasure, it avoids pain, and it conserves energy. And so anything that it does all the time, it puts on autopilot, which is your unconscious, because that conserves energy. I don't have to put energy into really thinking about that. That will process in the back without me being aware of it. It's percolating back there. And just with these words, I'm telling you, your body is going to heal 100%. If I was a doctor doing this in a lab coat, in a hospital, oh my God, the percentage of people's pain going away is going to skyrocket. Because when we see this doctor, we're like, oh, this doctor knows what they're talking about. But guess what? If a doctor in a lab coat gives you a sugar pill and tells you it's going to make your pain go away and your pain goes away, what else does that mean? That means that every time a doctor tells somebody you have this and this is going to happen, that's what they take on. That happens. They create that for themselves. Can you see the power of understanding how your brain works and how you can regulate your brain, how you can direct your brain, how you can control your brain? After this training with Melissa, I have no question that I can help anybody with anything at any time. 100%. And of course, my specialty is helping women master midlife, because that's what I am. And I know all this information that I have, not just what I learned this weekend, but throughout all my years of studying as an energy healer, personal trainer, holistic nutritionist, shamanism, coaching the unconscious brain, all of it, how to heal your body with foods, all of it. I know that I can help people change their lives and get amazing results. And this is just the icing on the cake. This is like, oh my gosh, everybody needs to know this. And so I will bring this forward to the people that believe what I'm saying, the people that are like, yes, I think that my health is my responsibility. Yes, I believe that I can heal my body through food. Yes, our body has been, hijacked by the food industry. And now they're just making foods that make us addicted to their foods that make us unhealthy so that they can sell us a pill. Like it's a huge conspiracy from the aspect of, if you follow the money, the people that fund the health industry are the people that make the drugs. So in Canada, it's a little bit different. So I'm talking, in the United States because we are closely related to the United States, but it's a little bit different in Canada. But I want you to be aware of what's going on so that you can make conscious choices, so that you know that you're in control, so that you know that every single thought you think, just like every food you eat, either makes you healthy or it makes you sick. So if your body is unwell, it's because your body's out of homeostasis. And how does it get out of homeostasis? Toxicity, too much of something, like all the chemicals on our food, or deficiency, not enough of something, food that's devoid of vitamins and minerals. So it's just that simple. And then you got to figure it out. Like, what is it? Right? And it's the same with our brain. If we're creating something in our life, not just in our body, but in our life, how did we create this? Well, what are we focusing our attention on? What are we thinking about? If we're thinking that good things are going to happen and life is good and I can figure this out and it all works out and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay, perfect. That's going to happen. But it works the same the other way. The world is a dangerous place. Life is hard. I never get what I want. I always blah, blah, blah. Like, you can see it's a choice. And if 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day are happening in our brain that we aren't regulating, I would be like, what are those thoughts? Are those thoughts, yay, let's go me? Or are they like, wah, 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 this out, woe is me? Yay me or woe is me? Like, what is our just baseline thinking without us realizing it? Because guess what? Of those 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day, 80% are the same as yesterday. So there's a repeating pattern. That's why we don't have to think about, oh, I'm not worthy. It's just running the show. We don't have to think about, I'm not good enough. It's just running the show. And then everything we do comes from the energy and the thought of, I'm not good enough. And so the results will be what? I'm not good enough. But this is so powerful that we can do it in the opposite way too. We can use the placebo effect in our favor. So when I talk about healing your body, every bite matters, every thought matters. I like to say this, imagine that like there's a genie on your shoulder, and every time you have a thought, poof, the genie makes it happen. So could you imagine if every time you thought like life is hard, poof, the genie would be like, okay, there you go. Life is hard, just like you asked for. That's what really happens. That's what actually happens. So how can you use this for yourself? How can you have a better life by really like understanding how your brain works? It's be aware of every single thought you think, because that's the genie on your shoulder, and every thought, it has an intention and an energy, and you create that. You put that out there in the world. Your outer world is just a reflection of what's going on inside. And so I really just wanted to come on here, and as I am doing this podcast, as the sun comes up, it's so beautiful. I just wanted to empower you with the knowledge that you are creating your life with every single thought you think. So I want to invite you to be really aware and curious about the thoughts that you're thinking. And if you're not sure what kind of thoughts you're thinking, look at your results, because results never lie. You'd be like, here I am, here are my results. Okay. Then you can like figure out what your thoughts were by backtracking from your results. What would I have to have been thinking to get this result? So I just wanted to give you all of this power and this little life-changing moment about how you're in charge. And if you don't know how to do all of this, come hang out in my world. This is what I teach my clients. I'm not gatekeeping. I'm like, anyone that resonates with what I'm saying needs to know this, and I'm going to teach you these skills. Because I don't want you to be, I need to talk to Heather to solve this problem. I want you to be like, oh, I know exactly how to solve this problem. I know exactly how to change this habit, how to change any habit. Everything is like a tenacious habit. Everything is a habit, and we can reprogram the brain. Literally, when I work with my clients, we reprogram their brain. We create a new neural pathway, and we get rid of an old neural pathway. It is that powerful. So I hope that this inspires you to know that you have all the power to create anything you want, and it's all up here. Nothing is outside of you. Nothing. So I want you to go out there and create the midlife that you've always dreamed of. I want you to become the person, the best version, your most self-actualized version of you, and go live your huge, freaking amazing, fabulous midlife. Because you know what? It's all just fucking made up. Melissa Tears, 2024. Thank you for listening. Always, always, always love yourself first, and have an amazing day.